All right, everybody, welcome to welcome to Dream Warriors episode 5. Also, apparently Wild Robot, pretty okay movie.
It's very good.
Haven't seen it yet. Matt says it's okay. I trust his opinion.
I'd say it's more than okay.
More
I'd
than okay.
say,
Shit.
yeah, maybe, something got in my eyes most halfway through, and
Oh
then
shit.
also, probably the whole back half of that movie. But very good, very good.
I'm not sure I'm in the mood to feel things.
Mm,
Mika
I get
finally
you.
got me to start watching the show Foundation, so I've started doing that. And that seems okay. Um anyway, back to this. Um So welcome to episode 5. We're all still very much in a dream logic. Um cursed car yeah, absolutely. So just so you guys know, one of the magical items of like if you find stuff today has a chance to be cursed. If you pick that item up and take it, it will all the cursed things are still good. They just have like a negative side to them as well. And also you make one of the villains stronger. But that's if you pick things up, and this team is crazy. But anyway, Dream Logic. Also, we're still doing the donate $20 and everybody gets the card packs, the villain packs. We'll put up a code. And it'll have 2 cards in each pack, and it will only be from the villains thing. I'm also taking more submissions for if you guys have ideas for villains. And Karam said this, like made this point to me before, but feel free to play the hench cards for other people if they want it. If they want it. You cannot force somebody to hench for somebody else. But if somebody's like, "Oh, I really want to do this on my next game," and you have a card, go for it. That's fine. Just let us know that you're doing it. And anyway, so on to the game. I will introduce our players. We've got Bamin, played by Matt.
Well, hello.
We got Senior Officer Catori, played by Kira.
Hello, friends.
We've got Ento, played by Corey.
Hello, everyone.
And we got Simmons, played by Chris.
Hello, hello.
I like that I can use all of your just names. All right, so
We all have them.
names, you got them.
I got a name today, anyway.
Oh shit, do you lose your name at some point?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
All right, everybody. I don't know if it feels groggy to you, but you all are standing in the center of the Sterling Thicket. Like you're deep in the forest. Actually, you know what? Here, let me show you this map, and you guys tell me where on the Sterling Thicket are you? Like when we start the adventure, you guys have been told the animals all throughout this area have been going ravenous. Their eyes have been glowing a bright red. There have been halos of like a faint red light in the distance, and when people go to try to investigate that light, they don't make it back. And these have been seen all over the Sterling Thicket. People following lights and getting lost. So, anywhere.
Probably like
Go ahead.
that stone formation.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's
The
where
one,
the
the one
Fae
just
hang out,
across the
right?
river.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's just get started there.
Perfectly normal looking stone.
Is it just black screen for any? Oh, that's just me. Okay. My Twitch is just solid black screen. But anyway, absolutely. As you all arrive to this location, you feel uneasy. The closer you get to this, the more uneasy you feel. And it's just pulsating a red light. We have been to this location before. The last time all of this red was not here.
So it's a solid stone.
It is it is a solid stone surrounded by other statues. The statues are so old that the features have been weathered to just vaguely humanoid. Like, it looked vaguely humanoid. You can't even tell how many limbs they had.
Huh.
Ento, these your culture would know are known as the Singing Stones. For an incredibly long time, all they've done is resonated a very peaceful, very serene feeling. And then the last time we were here, the moon was contacting the echo via these stones. The moon, like Luna, could speak through these stones.
What are they doing now? Like what kind of song are they resonating right now?
Death metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Little Cannibal Corpse.
It's like absolutely like Cannibal Corpse, fucking what was it? Not pig. Shit. There was another one that was in my head. Now I can't remember it.
Infinite Annihilator.
Infinite Annihilator will do it. But we definitely got just like some straight death metal going on. And it's not that you guys can feel it, but like that's what's like For Catori and Ento, can you both roll me 20-siders? Oh, tough choices for both of you. Like as you approach the crystal, like you two are drawn. You don't even feel your feet taking the step in front. Like before too long, you're out in front of Simmons and Bamin by a decent amount. Your tough choices. You could reach out and touch this crystal, and you both would get +2 to all of your rolls and +2 to all of your damage that you would deal this game. But if you take that every tough choice, anytime you roll that is not a success, you have a chance of hurting your teammates.
See, now I was really looking forward to asking you what would happen if I touched that. And
Got the
now,
answer.
Now you know.
now you tell me that I'm going to hurt everyone else with my passion to touch things.
So of course we touch it, right?
I mean, you can heal them, correct?
Yeah, I can still heal.
I can
Okay,
take
when
it.
you
I
say-
can take it. We can.
When
You touch
when
it.
you say, well, let me clarify here. When you say we're gonna hurt the rest of the team, like, can you give me a level of how much pain they'll be in?
How hard do you hit with your caber?
Listen, that's not a fair question.
I'm thinking it's the situation of you start swinging your weapon around willy-nilly and not worrying about whether or not Scour has ducked, you know?
See, I do that anyway, so I guess we're good. I'm gonna touch it. Yeah,
There you go.
Now I
Yeah.
can definitely take it. It'll be
We're touching it.
we're touching it.
fine. Please touch it.
Swirling through you is just like adrenaline, like pure gotta fucking go is the energy pouring through both Ento and Catori. So, and you just feel a rush of adrenaline, like Ento, you are glistening. Oh, actually, both of you. You guys are just glistening with sweat. You guys, both your pecs start like bouncing situation.
Ooh.
Can
All
I
of our
just like
muscles
bounce
are just
them?
like rippling like that Terry Crews.
Yes.
Bamin covers Scour's eyes.
Scott was just fighting, trying to like look.
Simmons covers his own eyes.
We're oiled up like The Rock and like flexing like Terry Crews. I'm here for this. This is what I wanted for my life.
I make eye contact with you and just like start flexing harder.
Oh my god.
Now it's a flexing competition. That is what this has turned into. Everyone, strike a pose.
Oh shoot. Bamin rips off his shirt.
Catori
That
could
was-
rip off her shirt, but then that'd be a different game.
According to my art, I'm not wearing a shirt, so
Right, you're already right. You're going. You're rolling.
all right, best JoJo poses, everybody.
Oh man.
Absolutely. You know what? Absolutely. Simmons, are you posing as well? You
You having
flexing
a
on
flex
them?
off? Yeah, let's do this.
Sure, why not? When in Rome.
One question is, do the like those two were drawn to it because of the like racial and background things involving crystals. You two can just straight up touch it without being drawn if you want to. You would have to take the same like thing, +2 on all of your rolls. But any failed roll has a chance of hurting your teammates.
Simmons just learned not to touch things, so he's not quite there yet.
Everybody really working on fucking undoing Simmons' character growth. Simmons, who
Did,
Is Scour gonna touch it?
Geo? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Scour's
Oh,
shirt
yeah,
was
absolutely. Yeah,
ready to go in.
Scour just
He,
walks
he
up.
seems like a touch it kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean,
Did
I'll
Catori
throw
hold-
Scour in.
Just
Oh,
put,
God.
touch the crystal with Scour. Just put him
Yeah,
on it.
yeah, that's how I'm touching.
Just
it.
pick him up and like rub
Gonna pick
him
up
on.
by his feet, and then his arms
Yeah.
are gonna stretch out, and so I'm holding him by his feet, and he's like planking over to the like I'm using him like a marshmallow stick.
That
Catori,
is
we never
terrible.
saw Catori naked in that game. Like oh, in the one that happened only in chat. But
Yeah.
Catori did take off her shirt and flex with Chad and Ento, but
See, I've already done it. I've already done it once. I mean, it's canon now, right? So
Yeah. I mean, Bamin wasn't there, but all right.
boobies out, I guess.
Hell yeah, girl, get your tits out.
Ah, yeah.
so you two, well, 3 if we count Scour, can feel threats in the forest now. Like you can identify the next biggest threat. Like Catori, it's like you guys have have you guys ever played Dead by Daylight?
I have observed it being played.
Like when the bad guys use their abilities, they can vaguely see like the outlines of people running around. Like that's what you guys see. Around
And they see us in turn, though?
they see you back. Like
I had a feeling you're going to say that.
So these are the creatures that have been taken in by the fervor of the and that is infecting the forest right now. You can see an absolute. Oh, actually, you see 4 shapes. Like, and if you want to study them, go for it. There is There is a shape up here. There's a shape over here. There is a shape over here. And there is a shape over here. So here, 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 and here. But also you can feel. Sorry, Nika's alarm's going off. I don't know what that alarm was for. Wait, did I not change? I did change the screen, did I? No, I didn't. Oh my god. I'm sorry, everybody.
I was like, where is the
I was
here?
clicking
Where is
things
that?
for nothing. I was clicking for nothing. So there was something over here. there's a big shape over here. There's a big shape over here. There's a big shape over here. And there's a big shape over here. But all across the area, you can feel smaller crystalline things, much like this large red crystal giving off energy. And Simmons, can you roll me 2d20? Yeah, Simmons, can you give me 2d20?
2, okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
3.
all right. It's like we got 18 and 14, so we got 2 successes. Simmons, the resonance coming off of this, you can feel it, like you can hear it like incredibly well. Obviously, you're a bat, and it is uncomfortable. It is pushing you. It is trying to push you towards like erratic action. It is trying to like force you into things.
I definitely need that more than just my own personal. That's great. Okay.
Like you can resist it because you rolled an 18. Like you rolled a full success, so like you are able to resist it. But it's like this is a major one, and there's tons of them. You can basically track through echolocation or just following it into other crystals throughout the forest. And these are like, it's doing great for your friends though. Look at them flexing.
So these are it's basically a button that says push me, and it's there. It's just pointed out a bunch of more of them, basically,
Absolutely. And if you go push those, this might happen to you
or something else.
or something else.
Are there any of those feelings near any of the big? Well, I guess I would. I can sense like directions of those things.
Absolutely.
Can I tell if any of them are near any of the other things that everybody else found? The big scary
You're looking for the
energies or whatever.
Yeah, you know what? Okay.
Because if any of those line up, then maybe they're something that could help with the problem.
Yeah, in the right over here in like where the Stonehenge type thing is, you can sense, well, you get the idea that one of them, some of them, a cluster of crystals is over there.
And one of the 3 said that was where there was a big thing they could see, right? An outline was over that direction too.
If any of you with the if Ento or Catori want to know more about whatever's over there, they just, make some rolls.
Well, I would definitely point out that there's another one of these over in that direction to see if they wanted to go from that.
Of course we do. Obviously.
Aw.
Let's go touch more things.
And fight things.
Yeah.
Oh, we just jumping in blind? I'm perfectly fine with jumping in blind.
Well, I mean, when we roll for more information, like what are we doing?
You can either try to suss out the shape of it, or even we could just sneak up on it. We could do it that way too.
I'm a giant cow. I don't think I'm necessarily sneaky. I also have my shirt off, so I feel like I wouldn't want things touching me. I'm not going to crawl around.
Oh, is it
I
just a
feel
straight fucking charge then? Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I feel like because we're all hopped up on adrenaline that Ento's not really interested in figuring out what it is. He just wants to go fight it.
Yeah, I'm down.
So Catori just pulls out her shotgun and is like, let's go.
Absolutely.
For the record, did
What?
Catori haul Chad along with her, or is he back somewhere else?
I think Chad is having a real hard time in Nightmare Land, by the way. I think everybody from
What?
Hymnal are having a real hard like I don't think you've been able to find him for the last couple of days. Like
Okay, we'll revisit that shortly, but now I'm sneaky. Seth has made me sneaky. Thank you, Seth.
So yeah, let's just fucking full on charge. I don't want us all to basically roll for initiative right now. Can we all just roll a 20-sider?
Yeah.
Give me just a second.
I rolled pretty good, by the way.
Who said I bet a 12 is next? Somebody said
Oh,
that.
dang. I didn't roll great. I've rolled better.
Ah!
Scour just trips you. He's all hopped up, but he's still slower than you.
Ones are always Scour's fault, so you know. Oh, dang. What's that ring?
As you come. Oop, 2.
Oh.
Yep. There we go. All right.
Somebody lower it.
It's like, I'm first.
Hey, look, a nightmare.
But it is, though. Like, as
Can
you...
I write it? I've always wanted a pony.
It's like, you guys show up, like, into this field, and you see this, giant creature. Again, it's the normal size of a horse in our world, because horses are either tiny, like fit in your pocket tiny, or alternatively, they are giant, so large that like you have to draw them on the map. That's just the law of horses. This thing stands easily 40 feet tall.
I should have brought bigger snacks, guys.
Got a fucking Elden Ring boss here. What the hell?
Yeah, like very much like Elden Ring boss music starts playing. It was like, go ahead.
My 2 got lowered to a 1.
Join the club.
This was all just initiative, so I'm not
Oh.
sweating like the bad rolls like so bad. But I do think for like you two's being ones,
If it weren't for the horse.
I feel like now I have to have hell apples. I don't know how I got them, but I went to an HR seminar. That's how. I went down there for an OSHA meet and greet and got hell apples.
as you guys turn the corner, like this thing like blows out smoke from its nostrils, like, and the smoke is lit with red lightning cutting through it, and it turns its head the second you guys arrive, and it just like its neck expands. It gets so long, like snake-like, and it opens its fanged mouth and just sinks its teeth directly into Ento's shoulder. And just like right underneath the collarbone. Like, and like its mouth is huge. Like it has you, and it lifts Ento up and just starts shaking him in front of you all. Like, this is going to deal 8 physical damage, 8 HP damage to you, Ento. Everybody is full health, by the way. Full health, full full health, full AP. And it's just like shaking you, and then he just like throws you at Bamin. Bamin, I'm going to deal 4 damage to you right here.
Oh dang.
Now you can attempt to catch Ento if you would like to. It's just going to be a single roll. If this is a failure, then you are going to be you're going to be stabbed by one of Ento's many weapons.
Okay. So 1d20.
Yep, 1d20.
All right, I got this. No worries.
Oh no, you got it. You caught him. It still did 4 damage, like because he's like a big dude being thrown at you.
Sure.
But all right, I think no. Catori rolled the highest. So Catori, you saw that happen. You do have, I guess, a bushel of apples right now. But again, you are very hopped up on the fight. For the record, like if we want to stay true to the fact that you have the fervor in you from touching that crystal.
I got that. Also, I am still wearing my pauldron of super scary Catori-ness. And of course, now I'm heckin' angry because this naughty pony, has no training at all. Super rude. So I'm gonna take my caber and I'm gonna start just smacking home run apples right at this horse's face.
Love
and
it.
I'm gonna be like, I don't even know. I don't have a clever thing because I'm really tired. I'm gonna be like, don't do that to my friend. You're the worst. Or something like that. And just smacking home run apples.
Absolutely. Yeah, give me
Applesauce, bitch.
horse apples.
I like these, you guys. Thank you. I need help.
Go. Give me a 20 setter. Let's see how this one works out.
Well,
Tough
shit.
choice. It's like you annihilate this thing with apples. Hits her right in the face. But one of the apples goes rogue. Simmons, an apple hits you right square in the face. And like it's a hell apple. Like as it explodes, like you are giving your first day at Lockstitch Academy. Like you're asking to join, you're presenting yourself, telling everybody about you're like, "Hi, I'm Simmons." And then you look at Peanut and Peanut's like, "But where are your pants?" And you're completely naked.
I always have pants. What? I reach into my pack and there's no extra pants. I always bring extra pants. Where are my pants?
Peanut's just like looking at you, going through your pack, like bat butt in the air.
I just jump in my pack.
And it's just like, that's not really regulation uniform. I'm not sure if we're going to have a place for you here. And then you cut back to here. You took 4 AP damage. But this nightmare horse reels its head back and just stares at Catori. Catori, you have its full attention. But you did notice
Fantastic.
with each apple that you did hit it with, I'm going to say you hit it with 2, you did hurt it for 8 AP damage in total. As it just stares at you, fully looking at you. So Ento and Bamin, either one of you two can go.
Are you still holding me?
No, I mean I caught you, took some damage. I've set you down. So if you have anything in mind that you would like to do, I'm thinking it over here. Let's see.
If you were holding me, I was gonna say throw me.
Yeah, I can throw you. I can pick you back up. I mean, that's pretty easy. If you're if you'd like me to throw you at it, I could do that. I wonder if there's a way that I could. Hang on a second. If there's a way I can increase the power of my throw for you. Do I have anything?
I mean, you've got dreams.
I do have
Like-
dreams.
You're real big. You're scary as shit. You could probably throw real hard.
Yeah, let's throw Ento into the thing. Let's whip him around kind of like a lariat, like a Zangief style, like a move here. Let's kind of spin him around like an Olympian,
Got putter.
hammer,
shot
hammer,
putter
hammer
style?
throw. Yeah.
Oh, hammer throw. Okay. Oh, I gotcha.
Yep.
Like hold him by the ankles, spinning
Yeah.
him.
Yep. We'll get some momentum. So the faster I go, the stronger this attack's gonna be. And yeah, we're gonna aim for this thing. Spin him around.
Absolutely. You give me a D20 and Ento give me a D20. We're gonna take the higher of the two.
Okay. 14.
All right, 14 definitely gets it done. Ento, as you're swinging, starts to pull his sword out too early. Because if he would have had like a less than it, like I would have hit every single person with Ento's sword. But yeah, Ento, you go flying at it. Because Bamin got the higher roll. Where did you send him? Like, where on this creature are you aiming for?
Where did I aim for it?
Yeah, where did you throw Ento?
I mean, I guess right at right at his neck, where his portrait is right now, right at the base of his body.
Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely. All right, Ento, you are flying up at its chest, and this thing is made out of it's like wispy hairs are very smoke-like, but they are tangible. Like you could grab it. Like you are on your way towards it. Which weapon? Are you pulling out a weapon? Or are you just gonna manhandle this thing?
I think I'm gonna manhandle it. I think I want to try to latch onto it and climb onto its back and break it.
Absolutely. All right. So yeah. So you climb onto its back, and it is just bucking wildly. But you're on there. Like you have purchase because of the successful rolls. You haven't done any damage to it yet, but you've got it.
We gotta climb to the top of its head and stab its head. The Shadow of the Colossus music just cued in.
Oh shit. Alright, so it is up again. It is definitely just going to be trying to get you off of its back. The first I'm gonna roll 2. The first die is gonna be for it getting Ento off of itself. The other one is whether or not you 3 have to dodge. Okay, it has 2 tough choices. Ento, it wants to get you off of it so bad that it is bucking so fiercely that it will buck you off, and it is willing to take 6 damage to do so. Like it will take 6 damage and get you off of it, or you can deal no damage right now and stay on.
I want to stay on.
Absolutely. Right. So, Catori, Bamin, Scour, and Simmons, you see an opportunity. You could get it to crush down, like you could dodge out of the way. You see it coming, dodge out of the way. Or alternatively, you could try to position it. Like you could be standing in a place. It's gonna aim for you. You will take 4 damage, but you will be able to counterattack. even if you don't have counterattack. I think Catori, if you do have counterattack, you can just do that and like smack one of its legs with your caber. I think Bamin might have counterattack
I
too.
have counterattack. I could provoke it too.
Yeah, both Bamin and Catori could just hit this thing if they want to. Oh no, Catori doesn't have counterattack. Not that much of a fighter. But you could take 4 damage and counterattack right now, if you want to. Either Simmons or Catori, or or dodge completely.
Simmons
I
gonna
still have
dodge
its full
completely.
attention. I still have its full attention, right?
You do have its full attention.
So if I dodge, that means it would come with me and I'd position it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what's around us though.
You've got some really, really ancient stone structures around. They're considered sacred to some, but not particularly to the Tingers, you know? Like, it's ancient and it's old, but they don't worship them. Like, whoever lived here before made these statues. We have seen statues like this all over the Echo. Strange monoliths with holes in them.
Okay, but if I dodge, I can't counterattack.
Yeah, if you dodge, you can't counterattack.
Okay. I'll take the damage. But I don't necessarily want to counterattack. What I was thinking was she would take some of her super heavy duty embroidery floss out of her monster bag, and she would try to tie the horse down to one of these stones to sort of get it in control.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah. Deal no damage to it, but take that instead? Okay.
Oh, and I get an extra d20 if I use the terrain?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Like, in that moment, I think, Catori, like, you see the perfect block. The stone block right next to you is heavy duty, and you can get your embroidery thread right through it and tie it off perfectly. Like, you have the perfect chance to, like, lasso this nightmare. So, yeah, so instead of doing damage, I will ask you to roll me that 2d20, though, so you can hold it down. Absolutely, that gets it done. So it's held down. It is still bucking around. Like, you see it like kick its leg out towards Bamin. Bamin, this is where you get to do your counterattack if you want to. Like,
Sure.
Catori's got it like held, but how do you can help Catori hold it down, or you can just straight up like take its leg out from under it. Not rip its leg off, obviously, but or if you want to, I don't know. You live your best life.
Yeah, I mean, we can work on taking its leg out. I feel like that's as we hit these legs, this thing is gigantic. So let's try to Bama's gonna bite its leg.
Yeah, for sure. And that's 4 damage. That's your counterattack. You don't even have to roll for that. Bamin's just got like crocodile holding on to the bucking nightmare. Yeah, that wasn't even its turn. That wasn't even its turn. That wasn't even Catori's turn. All right, Catori, you have it. Where do you have the embroidery loop around it? Is it around its neck? Is it around its mouth? Around one of its legs?
I want to say it's right up under the jaw, like just noosed right behind the ears and right under the jaw, so it's like right tight.
Absolutely. All right, so you've got it. It is still fighting you. It in no way wants to be in this position. It is. You will get an extra die for trying to like pull it down because of Bamin like holding it down, and because of Ento on its back.
So does that mean I get 3 then if I continue to use the terrain?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm actually going to try to keep pulling on the rope. I'm just going to like dig right in and like workhorse this horse to the ground. Like I want to pull it down.
Shoot her! Sorry. Yeah, that 11, 10, 18. So many dice and no 13s. Absolutely, like it's coming down. Like each step, there's like further and further. It's just like, Catori, are you doing the thing? Like I've seen like cowboys do it in films where it's just like they have the rope wrapped around their elbow and they just keep like pulling it closer and closer each time. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, like you're reeling it in.
Like you're reeling it in. It's like it gets to the point, Bamin, it has to like put its leg down, like with you attached to it, because like it can't like hold back.
Sure.
Does that give Bamin purchase though to do like a roll and possibly like damage it further?
Yeah, for sure. Bamin, you want to just start a death roll?
Yeah, I mean, if it's down low enough to the ground.
Yeah,
And would he get 3 die for that as well since he's using the terrain and Ento and I are holding it down?
for sure. Go ahead, go for it. Yeah, give me 3 dice. Like the more dice you guys want to roll, the better for me, because then you give the chance for the villains to get their 13s.
All right, so I'm rolling 3d20 to try to death roll this thing.
Yeah, and bring this thing fully down. 18, 18,
Ooh.
14 is pretty sick. This 40-foot tall horse gets dragged to the ground and just like slams itself down. Ento, you are still on its neck. Catori, like you are by its head. Simmons, you are seeing this creature getting pulled to the ground. Yeah, what do you guys want to say to this? Like, what do you guys want to do? Like, it's like looking, it is like full panicked, but it is run out of energy. Like, it has nothing left in the tank. Like, it is bound up. It is,
Catori just shouts at it, "You should have let me pet you! I just wanted to pet you!"
one second.
So,
What?
would you say that this creature is not in its normal state?
I would say that this creature is not in its normal state. No, not at all.
All right, and are we still technically in combat?
We can be if you want if you have a move that needs to be in combat, go for it. If you need a move that needs you to not be in combat, we can be done with combat.
Okay, yeah, because I think I want to do restore on it. So it would restore it to its normal state, and it can't be in combat.
Yeah. Don't even need to roll for that. This is gonna be gross. So, Anto, what's it look like for you to be using restore on this? Are you like calming it down?
Yeah. So is Catori close enough to me that I can like grab a couple of the apples?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. So yeah, I'm like soothing it, stroking its mane, grab some apples, kind of crush them up a little bit and feed it to it, and just to calm it down, get it back to its normal.
Like it takes the apples very
normal
like
vibe.
it takes the apples like gently, but you see like it has massive fangs, and upon like getting this close, this is a kelpie. 2 things are very concerning about this. You know we're near the river. Well, you're not particularly close to the river right now, and also kelpies don't get this big. Like they get long, but they don't get this big. But then you see it crawling out of its ear. Like as it's as it's being soothed, as its eyes are fading from the bright red, you see it's about as big as you, a worm crawling out of its ear. It
Yeah,
has
that's a no. Ew.
it distinctly smells of lemons.
Yeah, lemons.
And it like looks back and forth between all of you, and it like makes a dive for the bushes.
Ooh.
Actually,
Can Scour jump after it and try to grab it?
oh, for sure. Give me a 20-sider. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Scour, like, lands on this thing and grabs it.
I don't know what he does with it from there, but he's not letting this thing get away.
You suddenly... one second, real quick.
Oh.
It's still, like, tangled up. But now it is much more docile. Like, its eyes are no longer glowing red. It is no longer, like, fighting against you.
Can I pet it now?
For sure, we can pet kelpies.
I want to pet the kelpie.
It takes the pets. Like, it is bleeding from one of it's bleeding from the wound that Bamin gave it, but that was the only thing that we were doing to keep it down. We didn't rip off its leg. It will be fine.
It's speaking of its legs. Curious. It looks really spindly, like emaciated.
It needs more snacks.
Are you saying that it's starving, Simmons?
Yeah, it sort of looks like it looks like it's. I'm just asking. Does it look like it's really like?
I don't think so. I think this is just what they look like.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I
good.
like they got extra joints in their legs, by the way.
Extra joints. They're really gaunt. What's this? What's this worm thing doing while we're watching this? While she's petting the kelpie.
Fighting with Simmons at current, and not fighting with Simmons, fighting with Scour at current. Scour is trying very hard for it not to boa constrict him, but he's not doing the best job.
But isn't he all hopped up on the crystal?
Oh shit, you're right. He rolled a 15, so absolutely, he's holding this thing above his head. He's got it in a chokehold. Every time you look over at him, he's doing a different wrestling move on it.
Oh man, Scour's the best.
He's yelling, "Ooh yeah!"
He throws it down, climbs on one of these rocks, and elbow drops it.
He gives.
What
it a rock
is
bottom.
Scour?
He gives it a rock bottom.
Scour is a weasel bartender that got roped into adventure that ended up going to the moon when he really did not want to. He also got bit by a moon bat when he was up there.
That's really rough.
He's an explosives expert.
He doesn't leave.
Oh, that's cool. I was just wondering, is he of the sort of person who would want to eat a worm?
I think he takes a bite out of this worm.
Scour like crunch. He's like, tastes like a lemon rind, but like
So it's
with
definitely
blood.
not going to have negative effects.
You guys hear a voice. It's like, please, don't kill it. We need to study it. As like a very like adorable looking character. If you guys have pets, you've probably met her. And if you take Scour to the vet instead of the doctor, you may have met her. This is Pearl, the veterinarian for the Silver Thimble in the entire Echo. She wants to be the best veterinarian in the world. She's like, don't eat it. We can study them, figure out what's going on. Like, I'm here to study the animals. Everything went crazy. It's like, and Scour just like looks up. I won't bite it again. Hands it over to Simmons. You want to try it?
Oh no.
Got the
You know what?
texture of a giant gummy worm.
I don't know. I'm gonna roll a die because I don't know.
It tastes like a chamoy pickle.
Yeah, it
I
is a
bite it.
tough choice, isn't it?
I gotta bite it.
It's just like you bite into it. Pearl's like, "What? No, don't bite it!" And then like
And
it has these two huge bite marks out of it. One from where did you bite it? Scour bit it right in the back of its head.
Oh, side of it, like right there.
Like if we were eating it like ribs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Born on the cob it.
Yes, exactly. Just like no, what's the word? We're like trying to make sure I'm out of harm's way or anything like that. Just chomp.
Yeah.
Wait, does it taste good? Are we liking this thing?
Yeah. That's up to like Simmons. How's it going for you?
I don't think it tastes good. I think it's like it makes some sort of recoil.
Simmons. Scour's like, I think it's an acquired taste. He leans forward to take another bite. It's like, Pearl's just like, would you stop that? And slaps his like hand, and then goes over to the Kelpie and begins bandaging up its palm. It's just like, okay, so you guys must be the other team. Like, they told me the animals were going out of control here. I got here as soon as I could. It's just like, I have a base camp set up. It's just like, so what are we working on, everybody? What's the theory here? Do we know why the monsters are going nuts? Well, not monsters, the creatures. She would not call them monsters. That is me messing up. Do we know why the animals are like attacking people more often?
I think I have a working theory, and I walk over to one of those crystals, and I do that like slaps this bad boy.
give
Are
it
you
a
a-
spank.
Are you attempting to break it, or are you just slapping it?
I'm just touching it because it's another red crystal,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm slightly drawn to it. But it's also like the car salesman meme where he slaps the hood of the car.
Yes. As you slap it, your eyes get a bit redder, and you see the outlined images like you did before all over again, and you see that one of them is looking directly at you all. One of them is heading your way, and it's big.
Oh, we're about to have more company. It's bigger than the Kelpie. This is gonna be fun.
Can I try to get on the Kelpie? Like,
Yeah,
ride it?
absolutely. Absolutely. Roll me 2d20. Or to convince it. Like,
I mean, I've been giving it all my snacks.
you have been giving it all your snacks.
And I'm like stroking its face. I'm like, oh, you're so beautiful. You're so pretty. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be mean. I just wanted to pet you so bad. And like, I'm just sort of like inching over to the side of the Kelpie. I'm like, can I please I just want to be your bestie friend forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
You see Pearl like bandaging up its leg, looking up at you, and she's like, have you ever thought of a job in the veterinarian practices?
I have not, but I totally might. I'm going to get back to you on that because it sounds like so much fun.
I think, with that, Catori, you don't have to worry about the fervor overtaking you right now. You have undone the fervor by just being adorable.
Oh. So do I get to hop on the water pony?
Absolutely, you can ride the water pony around. Pearl just like looks over at Ento. She said, "You said something bigger's on the way?" It's just like, okay. Well then, if something's bigger's on the way, I for one, and this might just be me, I would rather not be here when it gets here. Like then I would
I don't know.
have to...
I don't know. It's coming, and I want to fight it.
I mean, regardless, Catori always wants Smash, so let Smash do thing.
I don't hate smashing things.
Absolutely. It's just like, so Pearl is just gonna be like, okay, and she's just running around like she's back and forth like in full panic mode. You guys know the SpongeBob episode where all the people like SpongeBob's things inside of his head? It's that, just for one person though. And she's just like, and she hides behind a rock.
Pearl, would you like to take this beautiful Kelpie and that weird ass worm and just kind of ride away to safety?
Oh, I mean, I could go back to my camp and you guys could meet me there, maybe?
That is probably best. I feel like you shouldn't be here right now.
Okay. I just don't mind me. Can I take this worm from you, Simmons and Scour?
I'm not touching it.
I'm actually gonna roll to see if it goes terrible for her touching the worm. By the way,
Oh.
just tough choice. I don't think it goes bad, but not terrible for her. Like she's gonna be a bit slower. You can give her the Kelpie to ride. She is very small. She's a tiny little nudie branch character, by the way. Like she is, she's very like water bunny. Sea slug.
Right now, it looks like she's wearing the worm as like a coat.
Yeah, she's like a little boa. Oh, sorry, stream probably can't see that. Let me put her on. There we go. Now, you can send the Kelpie with her, but the Kelpie will help you fight.
Oh. All right. I like that idea too. Run away, Pearl! I'm keeping the Kelpie!
She runs. Like, okay. Then charging through the forest. Like, the same way that you guys charged up on this spot, he comes bursting through. Like, curled ram's horns on his head. Eyes glowing bright red.
And abs for days.
This guy big.
This
Ento
guy
is irrationally angry at how jacked he is.
This is the Earl King, taken over fully by fervor. He is like on his way through. You see him just like casually batting trees that are like 13 feet in diameter situation. He's just like knocking them over. It sounds like a typhoon coming at you. But this time, you all have the advantage. Like, you are here first.
Do I still have the stuff, the metal on my caber that lets me smash crystals?
Yeah, absolutely.
And do we know if the crystals that are around us right now are affecting him and making him stronger?
It seems like they are at least infecting him with fervor. It might not be making him stronger, it's just making him angrier. But yeah. But they are doing it for you as well. Well, not you. You got over it.
I got better.
You did get better. And like, he does not have a weapon. He has well, he basically has bare hands. Like, you see, he looks like this dude, but he is constantly shifting between every animal that you know. Like, he has bare claws right now. His horns never change, though. Those are the only thing that remain unchanged.
Oh, I like that. So do I still go first?
Yeah, you guys can go whichever order that you want. Like, as long as it's like you see him charging in. Like, he could be a distance off if you want to do something to the crystals. If you want to hit the crystals before he gets here, that's fine. If you just want to lay a trap for him, also fine.
I'll let
And-
you guys go first.
Ento's charging right at him.
He is laughing gloriously as you charge him. It's like, son of... Wait, sorry. Son of Gus. It's like, now it is time to test your mettle.
You want to test my metal? And he pulls out, he pulls out both of his swords. Then let's test them.
Oh shit.
Yeah, give me a D20, Ento, as you are charging against Earl King, like, one of the most terrifying things in the game. Sick. Fucking sick.
That's amazing.
What does
timing.
the clash look like? The way that it held onto that 2 for a second, too.
Right. I feel like he's gonna like block with the bracers, and like it's gonna be like sparks flying.
Ooh, perfect parry.
Yeah. Like you block with the braces, his head goes flying back. Like, with a ringing in his ears. For a second, you see his eyes flash from the red, and then like immediately come back with the red, like the eyes trailing the red, like for like headlights at night, or taillights at night. What was your attack? Was it just you two slamming into each other?
So like, what am I allowed to do with a 20 in that situation? Like,
Whatever your hit is, and then we just double the damage. But you can have it whatever you want it to be. Like, if you want to say that you picked him up, go for it. Like, he's big. Like, he is like a giant dude, but he might have like more gotten to your scale to fight you on even ground, you know? Because he can shape change as he wants.
as we are like, as his like bracers are locked against my sword, swords, I like spin them so that they're facing backwards, and then just kind of duck under his arms, and as I'm coming up, I just smash both of the pommels into his temples.
Oh, it's like you see him like very woozily fall forward towards everybody else. I'm gonna put your Kelpie behind him. There we go. So he's falling towards the group, like dazed. He's gonna like hit his, like he's gonna go down on one knee. This is the first, like, when this happens, I think there is a moment of thunder across the echo. Well, not all the echo. I think all neighboring sides to the Sterling Thicket hear this moment. They feel this moment as like the Earl King's knee touches the ground for the first time in a combat.
Ento writing myths over here.
Bamin, Catori, and Simmons, you have a really big primeval god, like, sitting in front of you.
Mhm.
You have these glowing red crystals. You have the Kelpie. The Kelpie is a little bit scared, but because Catori is on it, keeping it calm, it is not panicking.
Catori would like to use her cowgirl skills. Because she's got them now, or something.
Animal handling.
Yeah. I want to lasso his horns. And I want to dig my heels into the Kelpie and charge, dragging him towards a tree to, like, head first just ram him into a tree.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me... Well, you're using the terrain and we haven't left this scene. And you got a Kelpie. You can take 3d20 if you want them. I like the 14 and the 12, but not a 13. I'm just really funny.
I had an 18 for 2 seconds, but one die hit the other and it just went sideways on me.
Don't you worry about it. Like, a 14 is just as fine. So you smash its head into, like, the lasso works, and, like, you see it's like, you dare touch me with, oh god! And then smash his head up against a tree. The tree fully breaks from it.
Can I ask a quick question?
Absolutely.
Does maybe one of his horns break off?
Does maybe? I think we're gonna need more successes against one of his horns.
Okay.
If
All
that
right,
was a
I'm
20,
kind of a collector, so
I would.
you know.
I realize. Oh god, fucking collecting a nightmare horn from this dude, hellscape. So, like, now he's, like, splayed out. Like, he's currently, like, trying to do a push-up. He's pulling his head back, Catori. Like, you're gonna have to, like, tug of war, even on this Kelpie. Does the Kelpie suddenly have a saddle? That's wild. This Kelpie has a saddle, Catori, and a little, like, pommel for you to wrap your lasso around.
I love that.
Simmons, this all seems normal.
Simmons is fucking freaking out. Simmons is horrified. This whole thing has been going badly. He didn't have pants. He's losing his shit. Things have too many limbs. It's really messing with him a lot. And I think that he's, like, looking for something to help, and he sees one of those hell apples on the ground, and just an image pops in his head, because, like, you know, crab apples. He just thinks about, it's, you know, weird things enter your brain at weird times, and I think he sees one of those apples, and, like, in his brain it just transforms into a giant crab, or, like, a crab explodes out of it. And I don't know if that's real or if it's in his head. I'm not really sure, but I also don't know if it happens to all of the apples or just one, but I know that there were a lot.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me give me 2 20-siders, for sure. It's the perfect item for the perfect moment. Yeah, why not? Where were you aiming?
No, I don't know if it's. I think he's just trying to get away from it. I don't know if it's, like, it's not necessarily a thing he's throwing. It just exploded into existence out of said apple.
They are all charging for him. Like, Catori, you see multiple crabs about the size of a basketball, I would say, like, unfolding themselves from these hell apples, climbing along the Earl King's, like, massive body as he is just, like, trying to get up. and like he's repeatedly having to like use one of his arms to try to brush off these crabs.
Oh, lower a roll.
Oh,
Can I cheer them on to pinch him?
Absolutely. Okay. Let's do it this
I know
way.
what I want to see as a bad thing, if I can suggest.
Yeah, go for it. What when this got turned into a 1, what went really wrong?
That Kelpie ate a lot of ate a lot of those apples.
No, don't you hurt my Kelpie.
It's like you want an alien parasite Catori's Kelpie?
I mean, that seems like a
Horse has
really
crabs.
good bad thing to happen.
All right. Yeah, for sure. Let's do it like this. I'm so sorry, Catori, because like I can't fight against him.
Well, can they crawl out of the Kelpie and start attacking me instead of hurting the baby?
I think the Kelpie's just it's gonna collapse on the ground. It's like with a massive stomach ache.
The poor baby.
You gotta get the vet back. So many crabs crawling all over Earl King. Currently, the Kelpie is just falling onto its side. Like you see it getting bloated. You can see the claws from the inside poking the outside of it as these crab apples are not fighting, but slowly eating their way out of the Kelpie. Once they finish with what the Kelpie has already eaten, they will begin on the walls of its stomach. And then it'll be over for the Kelpie. We have put a time limit on it.
You've killed the Kelpie?
Not yet. Only if we don't deal with Earl King, and we have an out. We have Pearl the vet. She can save the Kelpie. But first, we have to deal with the Earl King. Bamin,
Well,
what
now
you got?
Catori's pissed off.
These little tiny crabs. Look at these little guys.
Look at them all over it.
Can I
They're
eat
great.
one? Are they edible?
Absolutely. Yeah, who knows? People are eating the apples.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to eat one of these.
Yeah. Don't even. You can just pick one up and let's throw it in your mouth.
Okay.
Tastes like a crab. Maybe a little sulfury. You know, maybe it's like. It tastes like a crab that's been boiled in sulfur water.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little hungry. I'll eat another.
Yeah. Roll me a 20-sider. See how many you can get.
Ooh,
2.
thought that was a 12.
Like, Bamin, they are covering you. And like you got like 1 or 2 of them, and then the rest of them just immediately like, oh no, this one's the threat, and it's just begun to pinch you. And they are trying to like get through. Let me roll.
So now we've made enemies of the crabs.
Don't worry. I rolled a 1 for an attack for them.
You can't roll a 13 either.
I can't. Just not coming up. As like Scour just jumps on them, you see he's got one of those crab eater bibs on,
Yeah.
and like nunchucks, but he's got 2 claw crackers in his hands, and he just goes ham on them. He just starts cracking these crabs apart, like dipping them in butter. It smells so much like butter everywhere, guys.
As it
He's got a
should.
little- Yeah, he's got
Butter
a
and
little,
like Ento sweat.
yeah, he's got a little butter launcher. You can like hit him with butter, and then he's got him going. He's eating good.
We have dealt with these crabs by virtue of them rolling worse than you roll.
I didn't roll very good.
They rolled worse. Alright, Ento, you see the Earl King, like, trying to get his head free. He's gotten a little bit of space because the Kelpie went down, and the Kelpie was helping Catori hold him down. He's gotten back up to his knees. His horn is being pulled, and, like, he's just turning, like, looking around the battlefield slowly to assess threats. Normally, Catori would look like the biggest threat, but right now she's trying to nurse her good boy. So he turns and looks at you, Ento, and he pulls one of the trees. He uproots it completely, so casually, like he's picking a carrot. And then he pulls back. He pulls back, and he just, like, very casually twists off all of the branches, and he's holding just a... It looks like a massive cudgel. A shillelagh, if you will. And he's gonna swing it with all of his might at you, Ento. There it is. Well, my 13s don't do anything, though.
At least we know they exist on the die.
I think for, like, alright, when it's a 13, when it's a 13, I think when I roll a 13, I need to choose the one that makes the most sense for the scene. That is my ruling going forward. Osiria. It's like, I think a wolf howl permeates through the woods, and there's a moment where he is swinging. He raises his arm all the way up, and he is swinging it down at you. Osiria's at level 2, so we're gonna roll. Nika's gonna roll a 20-sider. The 13 we decided was basically a 20 for that, so I have to.
19's pretty good.
19's pretty good, but a 19 does not beat the cursed 13. I think it's great. Ento, what's it look like when you're standing there like this? Like, you can be getting ready to block it, you can be getting ready to counterattack it, but this tree-sized club is coming at you. Like, are you holding your ground? Are you getting ready to dodge out of the way? It looks like it's about to hit you.
I am attempting to slash right through it.
Oh, sick. All right. I thought I named it that. I think as you slash through it, like as it's coming up, you're slashing directly through it, like a raised blade, right? Like from a low angle going up, or are you going high angle going down?
Probably a low angle going up with both of my swords to try to like do like a cross slash.
Yeah, it's gonna look sick as shit too. Then, in that moment, Bamin, Catori, Simmons, it looks like, this guy has Ento dead to rights. That blade is coming, and that club is coming down. The swords are going up, but what could those two swords do? And then you just see an explosion of blood, like from the shoulder of the Earl King, And then the next thing you see after that blood and a green flash go past is just the Earl King resting on like one arm over a bleeding stump on his shoulder. Like you can't see the tree, you can't see his arm, and it is just pouring blood like a fountain down the side of his body. The camera would show Osiria in full big bad wolf form holding the Earl King's arm like a bone in her mouth and running into the forest.
That's not horrifying.
We collect body parts around here, and we're getting it done.
Like you see all of this blood pouring out, and the blood is redder than most blood. Even in like the night, you can see it so clearly. And you see the Earl King trying so badly to just want to continue fighting, especially fighting Ento. He wants to crush you, Ento. Ento, you fully believe that, well, not fully, you might suspect that something helped you, but that was a very good slash. It's just, he looks at you, he's just like, I see, not just a son of Gus, but a son of Pars. He's like, I might need to lie down, and he falls on his face. But as like he hits the ground and as he begins to bleed out, you see another worm crawl out of his ear. But this worm is like looking at all four of you, trying to figure out who its target is.
0 days since the last worm incident.
You expect we were gonna fight? I didn't think we were gonna fight two worms at the same exact place.
Can we just shout for Pearl?
Pearl, you got two creatures to fix now.
And this one doesn't have a bite taken out of it.
That being said,
Yet.
I would like to chuck one of my swords at the worm to try to like pin it to the ground.
Oh, absolutely. Give me a 20-sider. Yeah, for sure. Goes right through it. Sticks it right to the ground. It's like, plunk.
And I was like aiming at the tail, so it's not like.
Oh yeah, you rolled 19. You can have it exactly where you want it. Here we go. Let me just see if I can. Yeah, right. Oh, stream can't see that. Here we go.
It's almost in there.
Production value. I have so many tokens, everyone. Pearl is back at her camp. Do we want to send somebody to it?
Are all the threats gone in the area?
In the immediate area, you currently have the biggest, baddest thing in these woods. Like, you cut off his arm.
Should we try to heal this guy too?
So yeah, let's see here.
Okay, in that case, I will play this for the fun of it.
Absolutely. It's like, what? Like, okay. All right, Simmons. You got to go get Pearl then.
Do it. I'm running.
So I'm definitely gonna heal his arm, at least like close the wound so he doesn't bleed out.
Much appreciated. I don't know what came over me. It's just, I really, really don't like you guys. Let me get Simmons inside Pearl's tent. All right, Simmons.
What is this tent? This is amazing.
Pearl's like, "Ah! Oh. Simmons, hello.
Hi. Did you fix the worm yet?
Fix is a strong word. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Like, it doesn't have normal biology to it. And she's
We
just
have
like,
another one.
you have another. Excellent. Have you eaten this? Have you taken any bites out of this one?
He's got a hole in him, but otherwise he's okay.
Okay. They do appear to be some form of parasite. It's fascinating.
He's stuck to the ground. He was in a big man. It was really scary, and I'm glad I'm here because there's not a big man here.
There's not a big man here. I do appreciate the fact that we have less big men. My tent's very small.
The big man was horrifying, and he lost an arm, and now then a worm came out of him.
Oh, that sounds like a thing that I don't want to be involved in at all.
But I'm supposed to come get you though.
I'm a vet.
Yeah. He's a big man.
But he's a big man.
Yeah.
But not an animal.
Animals, man, same. What's the difference?
Well, I know the biology of most of the animals of the Echo.
But isn't a big man also an animal?
I suppose you are pressing upon a very important question.
What is it? Like, am I an animal?
Well, you go to a doctor. I'm a vet.
If I cut myself, would you be able to fix it?
I would be able to help fix it, but that's just basic first aid.
What if
you cut yourself, will you be able to fix it?
No, God, no. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I just
Oh,
yell
wow.
at things.
She's like, well, if you ever need to read anything, I have brought my exclusive journals. I have been taking notes out here for days. That feels like months at this point, all across the Echo. This book's right here, my entire life's work.
Don't ever tell anyone that. Especially not me.
You seem like a nice guy.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but I'm gonna pretend that doesn't exist. Okay. What about big man? What about big horse?
Big horse, I can help. And is it bigger than a normal horse?
Yes.
Horses are huge.
It's a big horse and it's a big man, and they both have the same number. Well, they did have the same number of limbs, but one has one less now. So I think that's probably more important.
Okay, let me grab my books just in case I need them to help me.
Do you have any fake limbs that you could? Why are you bringing your books? Keep them safe.
I haven't memorized how to heal a Kelpie. You said I'm gonna need to help a Kelpie.
Yeah, and also a big man, but you don't know how to help big men either. You got knowledge, you got brain in there. Just use that.
Okay, so you want me to leave these behind?
Where are they? I don't want them to get blood on them. There's a lot of blood.
Well, let's hope that I can remember everything I need to know about Kelpies.
You wrote it down once.
I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget.
But you knew it to write it down. So it's in there already.
It's like, all right. As Catori is just daring her Kelpie as it is just you can see the fucking crabs poking from the inside trying to get out. It's very alien, by the way. It's very alien body horror situation. And she just shows up and she's like, you weren't kidding.
Yeah, so that's missing an arm and that's got stuff inside it.
Who fed this thing bad apples?
Maybe me, maybe Ento, but who's really keeping track? Nobody's keeping track. It's fine. We just please save it.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to roll 2d20 and take the lower because she doesn't have the information. Oh, this is to save the Kelpie. Oh. That's a rough one, everybody. So, like, as she's looking at it, she's like, okay, this ought to do it. This will take care of it. And she pulls out a syringe. The tough choice goes to Simmons because Simmons brought her here.
Oh no.
Simmons, she pulls out a syringe. And it is like she does the whole like tap on it like a couple times, get the air bubbles out. You see it squirt out. Is this the syringe that kills all of those crabs inside of it? Or is this the syringe that makes those creatures much, much worse?
Why is this is a okay, if they all die then it's fine.
If
right?
they all die, the Kelpie survives just fine. Nobody loses anything.
So somebody did play give the GM a 20.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
The GM wants the choice.
The GM is evil and I love it.
So you're saying either one creature dies or a lot of creatures die.
Yeah, a lot of creatures die. Absolutely. Well, there are a lot of little crabs.
But they're beings as well. This is like
But
one of
nothing
those
lost.
trolley problems.
No,
Is what this
nobody's worried about those guys dying.
is.
I should
This
say.
is the trolley problem.
I'm like, we're looking at a trolley problem.
I brought up the Swamp of Sorrows in the past, and I think we got to stick with it.
Catori. She injects the fluid into the Kelpie. And the Kelpie flinches for a second. Its legs buck. Stop bucking a little bit. Stop bucking. And then, like a spider's hydraulic legs, all the extra joints begin to like seize up and pull it close. And it breathes its last breath, resting its head on your shoulder. One level for Vatna. And that's a card pack for that's a card pack for Simmons. I hope it was worth it. You made me kill this beautiful creature. And then a giant lippy crab bursts out of its stomach. And Pearl is terrified.
I feel like a horrible person.
The last time Simmons will ever hench. Just like blood on his hand. Well, that was the saddest thing we've ever done.
I'm gonna go watch the Never-Ending Story now.
Yeah, right? That sounds like a terrible idea.
Did we heal the other guy?
No, Ento's like on him, like take don't worry, like because Simmons played that one card, Ento was completely able to like get the bleeding to stop. Ento, you see like he is regrowing his arm. It's like he has a regenerative fact, like because he can shapeshift. And if you're a shapeshifter that can't regrow limbs, I don't think you're a good shapeshifter. But you all see there's still a ways to go. Like Earl King's like eyes have gone back to their normal color, which is a solid or like two solid orbs of like jade, super dark green, but he is incredibly weakened at this moment. Like Ento, you are still trying to stop this bleeding, trying to like get him up to okay quality, but he's gonna need your protection from this lippy crab. But yeah. So what are we gonna do? Catori? It's tragic. Your pony died in your arms. I hate that Simmons did that to you. I will not take any credit for it.
Yeah, that sucked. Like, is it still there, or has it like dissolved into the water, or like
No,
what happens?
it's still there. Like its corpse is still there. A giant crab is coming out of its stomach. It has consumed the other crabs that were in it, and now like bursting out of it, like a xenomorph might.
What happens if I am constantly touching a crystal? If I have one in my hand and I never let go of it.
I would allow you to take you could spend AP to pull in the fervor, and that would add to your die roll and add to your damage. But if you add to your die roll, like you're probably not going to get less than a 5. You know what I mean? Like you're probably not going to get less. But if you roll a natural 1, it's a goddamn catastrophe for everybody here.
Would but it would not be the same if I just touched a crystal again.
Yeah, not if you just touched it, but if you picked it up and were holding it, like you could draw all that fervor. You could basically go into a blood rage where, say, if you spent 5 AP, whatever you roll, we add 5 to that, and then 5 to your base damage. So you would by default be hitting for 9. But once you put it down, you would lose that.
No, my whole plan was to like grab a chunk of crystal and just ram it into my sports bra and just fucking go to town on the lippy crab.
Yeah, absolutely. How much AP do you want to put into it?
I don't even know how much I have. Do you want to, if I'm to be honest?
12. If you haven't used any of your moves, so I think you have 12.
So if I put in like 2.
Yeah, if you put in 2, you'll have +4 because it'll stack with your original one. And you will do an additional 4 damage. But if you roll a failure, then like if you roll and it's like a 2 and it only bumps it up to a 6, that tough choice is gonna hurt everybody in the area.
More than it would have before?
By the plus. By +2.
All right, fine. I'll just poke the crystal then. I won't equip it.
All right, yeah, go ahead and give me 2d12. 2d20, not 12s. We're done with the 12s. We're off the moon.
Jesus.
Absolutely. So like you bring your you tell me what's your attack looking like?
Well, I'm pissed off, so I stand up and I whip out my caber, and I just run at this crab to like just smash right directly down into the ground.
Absolutely. And like you crack the thing's shell. Actually, like I like the idea that you squish its shell. Like this is like soft shell lippy crabs
Oh, because they're fresh.
because they're fresh.
Newborn crab.
Delicious.
Yep, I'm aiming to crush this fucking thing.
You splatter it into the ground. It does not kill it. That is not enough to kill it, but it is trying to like scuttle away. Like it is going to make 2 attacks. The first one, like on its way out, is trying to charge through Pearl and Simmons. Pearl is the first, Simmons is the second. It completely missed you, Simmons.
But Pearl is an angel. We can't have. Can I dive in front of Pearl?
It got turned into a 20. That's a reap and sow. It goes. All right, Simmons. Like, you see it, like, snatch Pearl up by the neck and, like, lift her off the ground with one of its claws. And it just turns, like, and you see a moment, like, right now, you can kill this thing. And Pearl just turns to Simmons and she's like, oh. And then, snip. And Pearl's body hits the ground. A second later, her head follows.
That's great. How are we gonna heal the big man now?
Ento's just up there, like, patching him up.
Oh, Pearl. She was great. What? No.
Her eyes were bulging out of her head as she looked at Simmons and was just like, no!
You don't have to make that noise ever again.
I do, though. The Foley work is important. Alright, Simmons, but you get a free attack on it. You see how to kill it. Like, you see right there, its moment of weakness. Like, it is currently... Like, it is trying to escape. It got rid of Pearl. It's on its way out. Like, you see, like... All you gotta do is climb over her corpse and you can kill this thing. What's it look like?
I'm gonna do to it what it did to the Kelpie.
You're gonna climb inside and alien
I'm gonna
yourself
dive
out?
into it and tear out the other side.
Absolutely.
It's soft and edible.
Tears running down Simmons' face, just like eating. Tunneling his way. Are you just like... Do you pull out a little pickaxe and just start going to town?
Hell yes, yes.
Burrowing through its shell, coming out the other side. This thing was loaded with those worms, by the way. Like,
Each
parasite...
one of the little crabs had a worm in it, and
like,
then
not even one worm. Hundreds of them. They were all inside, like inside of its body. Like,
Call for Scour. Hey, buddy, you hungry?
He's always hungry.
he just starts cracking the legs open with his and cracking. He's like, was she a friend of ours?
Nom 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 nom.
Like, do her that? He's just like, I haven't eaten sneeze snail in a while, but puts on his sneeze snail bib, pulls out his forks, 2 forks.
How many bibs does he have?
He has a bib for everything you might eat.
And
He has a kelpie bib, but like he is scared of Catori.
And he's got a bib for that band that was really popular that he likes.
3 vampires and a goth girl?
Yeah.
That's not to eat 3 vampires and a goth girl, I don't think.
No, it's just a fan bib. Just a merch.
A fib, if you will.
A fan bib. A fib.
This is like, all right. It's like, this went great, everybody.
I'm glad we didn't bring her books, because now at least her knowledge can live on.
Mika just said somehow it's on fire, and like, I'm not gonna do that to you, Simmons. She left the kettle on. It's just everything's on fire. So, like, the Earl King rises to his like knee slowly. Ento has patched him up like quite well. Like he has just. Did you wrap the arm up? It's gonna regrow, but like very slowly. You will notice that what is growing is almost plant-like in nature. It looks like a branch starting to regrow. But with like it has runes already carved in it as it's growing. Like Celtic knots and Germanic scriptures and stuff like that growing through the new flesh. And he stands up and he looks down. He's like holding his arm. It's like, you are all great warriors. And he's like, thank you for clearing my mind. He looks at the Kelpie's corpse and he's like, disgusting creatures. And he smacks the crab again. And he rests his hand on the Kelpie. It's like, I'm truly sorry for our loss.
Catori makes heart hands at him.
When you say you make heart hands, do you mean you do the millennial way, or do you do Gen Z way with the fingers?
No, the millennial way, please.
I practiced so I can do the Gen Z one.
Oh.
It hurts. I'm
don't want to
so
be
sorry
old.
for your loss. I don't.
Yeah, apparently it's also like a gang sign. I don't want to do that though.
Wait, what about the way that's just with like your thumb and your finger? Just your little. Well, you know what I'm talking about? Make a heart?
Yeah.
Just your thumb and your finger?
Yeah, but like with both of your thumbs and your fingers, right?
No, just one thumb, one finger.
Oh, yeah, that was wild. The
little
Korean way to
Korean
do it.
heart.
Korean
Yeah,
heart. Yeah, that's what
Korean
Nico was saying. I do not like. I've seen people do that one. I've never realized what the hell was going on there. It's just like, it's like, all right.
It's a heart.
I just figure it's a cultural thing that I don't understand. But now I just feel dumb. Thanks, everybody.
The more you know.
Yep. Just fucking do. You see that Earl King just shaking his head, and he brings his fist, like the one remaining fist, down on the crystal next to him, and it just explodes. He's just like, these are a plague upon these woods. And he looks up at the moon. He's just like, a nightmare is coming. Are you all aware of this?
We are now.
Like, these
Say-
woods are going to be incredibly dangerous very soon. They might have already become too dangerous. He looks over at Ento. You should return back to Covert. Warn your tingers that the danger is coming. I will try to destroy all the crystals I can. And, are we gonna gather Pearl's body?
Probably
gonna-
should.
We're gonna give Pearl a... Also, that worm is still totally right there.
I was just gonna say, can we ask the big guy? I don't remember his name. If
Pearl
we should
King.
get rid of all of the worms too.
They are allowing people to become more susceptible to this. They're turning creatures into living nightmares.
So get rid of the worms, get rid of the crystals.
He looks at Scour. Do not eat them. I'm not Scour's mom.
Get rid of them.
Kill it with fire?
Fire will work.
Catori with a flamethrower seems like a good thing. Good point.
Scour just pulls out a Molotov and lights it.
We should probably smash the other crystal, right?
Oh, be my guest. He's like, I'm a little light-handed at the moment.
Lol. So Catori will use her metal reinforced caber to smash the other ones.
And they shatter, and for a moment, there is just... all of you feel like you're falling forever. Like, in a millisecond, you feel like you've been falling for days, and then you stumble and catch your... like, none of you actually fall down, but it does that thing where, like, when you're laying down, you feel like you have to kick your leg out, and you wake yourself up. That suddenly happens.
Not a fan.
Neither am I, little storyteller.
Little?
It's like,
Well,
you
he's
are
much
much
taller
little.
than I am.
I guess it's a... yeah. Perspective is a hell of a thing.
Katori's going to, I don't know, try to dig a hole with her caber, I guess, to bury the Kelpie. That seems like the appropriate thing to do.
Yeah, for sure. Earl King will definitely be helping. He'll be scooping with one of his hands. Like, his hand becomes like incredibly like a mole hand. He's just like scooping large amounts of earth out of the way to help you.
Oh, thank you.
He's like, I'm unsure of your culture. Do we throw this one in as well? Like, pointing to Pearl.
Yeah, no, we don't. No, that's not the vibe here.
Big thumbs up. All right. So he, the Earl King is just like, you don't have long to warn. Do what you must before you return to your city. Make sure everyone battens down the hatches. It is going to be rough. Warn them. Warn your father. Warn your mother.
Can you
Stay-
give us any more information on what's coming?
And he looks to the sky further. A stampede. The Great Running. They will start at one end. They won't stop. Nothing will stop them. You will have to... Many will be lost in this journey. Every animal in the thicket will make their way across. Warned chimerical, warned virtuoso, but this is coming. And I cannot stop it. Not in this state. And he motions to his arm.
Can Ento use restore again?
His arm is gonna grow back. Like it's getting
okay.
there, but like, Ento's done all he can for him, I think. But
You did a great job, Ento.
Right? He's giving you the one thumbs up. And he's just like, and that was an amazing slash. Like, not in a million years would I have thought a Tinger could have made that attack.
I feel like I might have had a little bit of help, but I don't know exactly.
So, this is Alan as a DM trying to like help us get to a resolution point in today's game. We can go break the crystals that are spreading the most. That will lower the rampage, but the rampage will happen. Like, it's still going to, like, they're gonna come from east to west and just fucking stampede over most of the Sterling Thicket. Like, that will be seen in Tarkus's role-playing thing. Also, the ones that get loose into Virtuoso might get seen in that. But before we go,
Before we go,
yeah, what's up?
Oh,
Sorry.
Is it possible before the Kelpie is buried for Catori to collect like a little bit of its hair?
Yeah, for sure. It's like seaweed.
Okay,
But
I imagine.
I didn't realize you said that to Nika, that it was like seaweed.
She's gonna keep it as a reminder of how she screwed up.
God, this is awful. Sorry, Kira.
Character building, I suppose.
I feel like before we go, we should also go back to the Pearl's camp and grab the books and bring them to the powers that be to see if it can help us in our learning more about why the hell this is crazy, and if we can fight against that with anything.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to ask you guys when then Nika was letting me know. So, do you guys want to go back to Pearl's camp? Or do you guys want to go try to investigate where the current strongest amount of fervor is? That Catori can see and Ento can see. And that is up here in these swamps. It's up to you.
No.
Like, you can it's an either or situation. You can lower the rampage by going to the north and like breaking some crystals. Or you can go get those notes. If you don't get those notes, they will be lost in the stampede. Or we can split the party, but these are going to be shorter scenes, so that because I know it's going to be late for you guys, all of you.
My vote
I'm gonna
is for
go
the
with the
fervor.
Yeah, I also vote for Crystal Smash.
Fervor.
Especially if everybody was going that way. Simmons is not running around these woods by himself.
Just Simmons trying to like get those notes by himself as everything's on fire.
It would be really funny, but I'm also horrified.
Catori's gonna use a bit of her cross-stitch cloth to sort of wrap up Pearl.
Oh God, Scout. Oh,
I don't know, maybe using some embroidery floss to kind of tie. I don't know how you'd carry someone respectfully who's in two pieces. When you're not going directly back to where you should
She's
put that
very
person.
small. I think you could put her in your backpack. Or your monster bag, just like tuck her in there.
Right next to the beef jerky?
Right next to the beef jerky. If a mistake is made, a mistake is made.
oh.
Please no.
Seth giving us an out, blowing up the tent.
Scout was just like, you guys see that woman get her head cut off by that fucking giant crab? How sick was that? Like, she looked right in Simmons'
Lord
eyes and just said,
Chronomancer
"Help
played this
me!"
card. Swaddle for Pearl's notes.
You didn't have to make it again.
Rule of threes, man. Alright, let's go up to the swamp to the north. As you guys are walking through, and you can see it on the map, like, it starts getting, like, way wetter. And it's like, I'm talking about the swamp of sadness, let me tell you. And the whole place begins to change around you as the trees are just disgusting looking, and you see it, the giant crystals, and you feel like you are being watched wherever you go in here. But yeah, you guys see the crystals. You don't feel any giant creature around you right now, like you did with the Kelpie and Earl King running.
So maybe we should just try to crush these things and get out of here?
Like, Pearl's notes are lost. Like, everybody, this group made the decision to loot, like, whether or not we lost them. Like, they decided crystals over notes.
Simmons too scared to run around on his own.
Do we, are Catori and I still feeling like a strong pull towards these crystals?
Yes, but at the same time, you are feeling weirded out by the root system of this swamp. Like, the roots are floating on top of the water, by the way. I think all of these trees are technically floating, almost like lotus flowers.
Can I use an ability?
Absolutely.
Okay, hold on, let me remember what it's called.
You're gonna talk to
I'm
the
gonna-
trees?
Yeah, that.
Alright, so yeah, okay. What do you start the conversation with? Every time I have to talk as trees, it gets weirder and weirder.
Welcome to whatever this is. She just kind of walks in and is like, "Hey guys, what's up?"
You hear a chorus of voices, and they all sound very whispery, like very breathy. It's just like, somebody else talks to us. They shouldn't talk to us. They don't know that what's going on. They're being watched.
All eyes are normally on me, so that's nothing new. What's going on around here?
It's like, is it? Oh, you are talking to us. Just look out for the Watchers. They'll find you soon.
What's a watcher?
I
Oh,
am
gross.
a Watcher.
Oh, hi.
What's up, baby? What's going on? What the
Is
heck
that shadow on purpose? Or like the reflection on purpose? Or is that just accidental?
No, it's on purpose.
Okay, that's
I
great.
hate everything about it. I don't know.
You are stepping into my swamp. You should know better. And one of the roots raises up and points at Ento.
Why, do you like pee in here or something?
How
And so does
uncouth.
that like look around like and points to himself? Me?
The Tingers have kept their distance for almost a millennia. And now I get a surprise visitor. 5 of them. Oh, and would you look of that? One of Seasonal's little bats. One of the roots comes up and like pokes Simmons in the middle of the chest accusatorily. Accusationally is what I meant to say.
Smack it.
Rude.
Are you here about these? They make such an ungainly sound. And like you notice none of the roots are anywhere near the crystals. They are like avoiding it. They're pulling away from them. When I
These
move,
crystals have drawn us to you.
So you would like them, would you?
We'd like to destroy them.
At current, they are in my swamp and thus my property. What would you trade me for them?
The lack of upcoming problems. They're causing issues in the area.
Yes. But they are still mine. And I would like something now.
I'm not into this guy.
Yeah, you can just bum rush the crystals if you want. I think of the trees as the Watcher's hair, basically. But imagine if it's prehensile. All of these roots are its tentacles. Like, all of these roots are it.
Catori would like to address the trees again and say, hey, do you agree with this? That you don't want us to destroy the crystals?
We want you to destroy the crystals, but you need to pay us for the... You can't step foot in here for free. I have a character that is a swamp with prehensile hair. If we're one-upping each other.
What sort of payment do you seek?
Very simple. Very simple. This is like... And they have what looks like... Almost like a snake. Like a snake made of a vine of thorns. She's like, I need an avatar to function for me outside of my swamp, I've decided. And it's like one of the roots raises it up. It's a very hand-like root that raises it. And just... One of you must consume this, and you will be tied to me.
We'll eat it.
What happens though? Like, I'm gonna eat this and what?
Bam is just gonna eat it, like absolutely. But it's just like it will make you tied to me. In the future, I will have a job or two for you.
Catori kind of leans over to Bamin and is just like, you wanna... I mean, he looks like a weird swamp baby. Like, what are you gonna do?
I was saying we'd let Scour eat it, but I'll eat it too. Whatever you guys think.
I mean, I'll also eat it.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Was it Ento that said that? My bad.
Oh,
No, I did say it, but I think I said let's give it to Scour. But
I
I
would-
will.
I would
But I
prefer
mean-
giving it to a player.
Yeah, fair. I mean, if anyone else feels that they should take, we're good with that. I'm good with that.
I think I kind of feel like Ento should eat it just because the Tingers are basically wardens of this side of the die.
That does make perfect sense. As
Catori is nervous.
it curls around, like the thorns are like centipede legs, as it curls around in your hand, Bamin. And like it is, I know with like going with the gummy worm thing a lot, but it's like eating one of those jumbo gummy worms.
Mm-hmm.
And like the Watcher is watching you eagerly.
So wait, is Bamin eating it or is Ento?
I think Ento, yeah, I think we all agreed that Ento is the one
Okay,
that should.
You just said Bamin.
Oh, fucking hell! Ento, sorry.
Okay.
It scrapes down your throat. It cuts your throat up pretty bad. You're gonna have a really raspy voice for a bit. As it like goes down and like where it should have hit in your stomach, you feel intense pain as it eats through your stomach lining. Then you feel it breaking your ribs as it's forcing its way through, and it wraps itself tightly around your heart. And at first, it's slow. The beating heart slows, and then you get reinvigorated with energy. Like you feel everybody around you, like in this swamp, you can see them from the water. Like you can look, your perception can be the water that you're standing in. Like, you see all of the water. You can upskirt a lot of people, but we wouldn't.
No, Ento's like looking at himself through the water.
You've got some blood dripping out of both corners of your mouth, very anime. Now when you cough, you definitely do that blood splatter thing, though.
Catori's gonna hand Ento a protein shake. She's very terrified of this, but she's like, maybe you need to drink something?
I'm glad you didn't say beef jerky.
No, there's
dude.
enough.
If you're trying to
There's
hand anybody beef jerky, you've got to roll for it.
No, thank
There's
you.
a very
I'm
good chance that you don't hand them beef jerky.
No, thank you. I've had enough for today. It's protein shakes from here on out.
Yeah. Thanks. Ento takes a swig of the protein drink.
The Watcher waves to the crystals with their with their roots. Then do what you can, and do what you came here to do. And they sink back down into the water. Although, at no point do you ever feel like they're not watching you.
Creepy.
Is it just Catori walking up to him, just like smashing them?
When every
Or-
time we get close to them and hit them, something bad happens, right?
You get a little nightmare, yeah.
Simmons is gonna pull out his gun and shoot one.
Just fucking
The
blah,
giant
blah.
gun. The Tundra Eagle or whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't think you need to roll for it because like it's just a rock, you know.
Maybe being far away, it won't be as bad.
Roll me a 20-sider and let's figure that one out. This isn't for whether or not he hits. Tough choice. All right, Simmons. Like, this is a tough choice for Chris, not for Simmons. Does Simmons black out from a horrific, indescribable nightmare? Or does everybody, like, get hit with a smaller nightmare?
We got some big people here. They can carry him.
I ain't scared of shit. Like no nightmares.
Does the thing break? Does it work?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You'll shatter them both. You'll just pass out.
Yeah. Yep. As soon as the bullet hits it, he just screams.
Simmons, it is most certainly just all of the crew. All of them. Everyone that you've met. Like, you guys are just out having a great day in the Silver Thimble. Like, you passed, like, your examination. You wore your clothes to meet Peanut. It was fantastic. And then the entire city gets attacked by lippy crabs. And, like, one by one, you watch them devour everybody that you've met. And you're so close. You know that you could save them. But, like,
You're going to make the noise again. I know it.
You're going back and forth. It's just like you look at the one, it's just like, oh no. Like, Akana's being, like, dragged up into the sky, but Leo's being pulled into the sewers by these crab claws. I don't know which one to save. And you see them both just, like, get pulled away out of your sight. Like, you see Flynn come charging out of, like, the diving bell, a giant crab right behind her. And, like, you pull out your gun. But you can't shoot because you're afraid of hitting Flynn. And then the claw grabs Flynn from behind, grabs her by the neck, and she just meets your eyes. Simmons. And the Simmons is passed out, like, into the water, everyone. And just for the record, I think the water is laughing at him. Ento.
That's rude.
Ento hurriedly picks him up.
It's like, oh shit, is that the 10 candles this time? It's all crabs? It's like, it would make Chris to, like, kill everybody.
Did Simmons
Jesus
get
Christ.
both crystals?
Oh, did Simmons get both? Do we think?
I mean, it was a gun. It was one shot, so probably not.
Catori, you just gonna walk up and smash?
Either that or I have a shotgun.
Alright, yeah.
If gun did work.
Gun did work. Roll me a 20-sider to see if... how Catori's doing. 2. Don't you worry, Catori. A pretty pony is gonna ride you right into the land of... and let you ride it right into the land of dreams. It's like, you're on your pony, the Kelpie's doing great, like running your hands through its seaweed hair. It's beautiful. And then you hear a snap as one of its legs break. And you tumble off of it. It's like, and you know it. It's dead. Like, it's going to die. Your father comes out, his huge Highland horns, his big red beard, puts his hand on your shoulder, like, hands you your shotgun. And it's just like, you know what you gotta do, Catori. This is the responsibility for having pets. Come on, let's get this done. Catori is about 4'3" right now, kind of like about the size of little Catori, but this is just kid Catori. Walking through the highlands of the mountains, walking up to her Kelpie that she's been riding. You've had this Kelpie for years, Catori. Your whole life, even. Because they made it a 1. Because they're monsters. We don't need to see the rest.
Okey-doke.
We don't need to see the rest of that dream. But that is the nightmare that Catori is having. Everyone. Bamin, Ento has Simmons in his arms. You see Catori just fall face first into the water.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Am I trying to catch them or something? Or do I
You
let
can
them
if you want to. You can let her like just drown in the water if you want to.
All right. Yeah. Save them. Jump in there. I'm a pretty good swimmer.
Absolutely. It's just like you guys hear soft laughter coming from the water, like it's rippling, like the little bubbles that look like not bubbles, like ripples that look like the surfing fish, not fish, the bugs that pond skimmers all over the place, like ripples like pond skimmers all over, but that is just the swamp laughing at you.
Bully swamp. Swamp's a bully.
The swamp is a bully. All right. And then real quick. Nope, that's not the token. There it is. Okay. All right. So we return to Covert. Oop. This is Straw. This is one of the mayors of Covert. And her brother Barry is the other mayor of Covert. He looks much more bunny. But we don't judge. And they just see you all just like, get him into the medic's tent. Get him into the medic's tent. Medic. Stop. He's just like looks at Ento and oh, where's Ento on this? Looks at Ento and Simmons, not Simmons, Ento and Bamin, the only 2 conscious ones. Oh, there you are. You're tiny. And they're just like, did you solve the problem? We okay to go back into the woods?
No.
No.
We've figured out the problem. Stay out of the woods.
Stay out of the woods. And he's like, absolutely. You hear like horns being blown as Covert is beginning to go into lockdown. It's just like, okay. We'll keep the walls up. And it's just like, if you all do need to come back here at any point, like if you need to leave and come back, make it as little as possible. But thank you for your aid, Ento. Your father will be proud. When he returns from his mission, we'll let him know what's going on. By the way, you didn't happen to tussle with the Earl King, did you?
Maybe.
We felt that. And you survived. It's like less scarred than I would have expected from a fight with him.
It was the toughest battle I have fought yet.
As we would expect. Now come into the cabin. We'll treat your wounds. Protect your friends, give you some food before the lockdown fully takes effect. And with that, I think that is where we're gonna like fade the screen to black as Catori and Simmons are trapped inside their own minds, facing just the worst. And yeah, with that, we're gonna end tonight's game. Recap week. The nightmare is already here. I think there's enough evidence that we are all dealing with fervor on the echo already. So I think moving forward, it is fine to like have suspicions, but again, you're in a dream, so it's hard to hold on to suspicions. I rolled a 13. But yeah. And then oh, you mean cast as in cast, not cast as in rolled, as in cast the dice. Like the fucking 20 was so sick. What have we learned from today's game? Catori and Simmons, very easy to like be hurt with bad dreams. Simmons kind of a monster. Syria did get a +1. Yeah, the whip like Jesus went off. Yeah, that's how Catori hit that thing so fucking hard. Yeah, Syria, you did get the +1. And also add to your collection of limbs the Earl King's arm. Not Earl King, but the Earl King, and spelled the other way. I really shouldn't have had both of them, but I was very greedy. It came up at the bottom of my screen. That's how I read it. Alright, and Cash got a +1 from yesterday. Wait. But anyway, alright, sorry, we'll do all that later. I want to finish the recap, and so I can say goodbye to everybody. Catori made a Kelpie friend. This is just a dream, Catori. So there is every chance in the world we can get you back here to get you a real pony. Like a real
Don't
Kelpie.
bring Simmons.
Don't bring Simmons. Also, so like list of things that died. A very friendly Kelpie that we saw that Kelpie play with Pollux and Castor in a previous episode. Like they played fetch with them. Like we know that they're adorable, but and then we saw Pearl get her head cut off by a crab to traumatize Simmons. And then we fought the Earl King. We met with the Watchers. The Watcher has made a pact with Ento and has a cage of thick, gnarled roots with thorns inside his heart. So yeah. And then we went back and we warned the crew, and we know that there is going to be a massive stampede. It is going to be lessened significantly because you guys destroyed all on those crystals. Like, they don't have to worry a ton. Like, I am not gonna make Covert make any rolls for it. I was gonna just straight up attack them. And yeah, there we go. Thank you guys all so much for playing. You did fucking great. All right, and yeah, bye forever, everybody. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye, everybody.
Forever.
See you later.